Hello and welcome to Y Sports News. I'm your host, Y Callum, and I bring you the news of Season 6 playoff debacle.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your host for today, Mr. Y Callum!
It's a Y Callum, manager of Slough, the best there's ever been. Y Callum, it's a Y Callum, look out for his dog.
Do another blooming playoffs! I don't want to do another playoff! I don't want to do it! Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Build Slough with me, Y Callum, and I'm coming to you live from the Y Sports News. The first game in our playoffs saw us face off against Boreham Wood. Stockbridge wins the header. Cargbo, we couldn't, could we? We couldn't. Danny Imray, oh my goodness, we have! 26 seconds on the clock, and we're 1-0 up in the playoffs. JJ comes down the right-hand side. JJ's still going here. He's still going. He gets that cross in towards Copley. It's Cargbo's got to be. It is. We're 2-0 up in 7 minutes. It's Cargbo. Imray to the back post. Tommy Wingate. Come on, play it, everyone. Play it.
Let's hear you sing his name.
Tommy Wingate. GG. Through to, he looks offside to me. He's chipped it over. He's not offside. Kashanga Kasuka Yamaiwa. As I was saying, there's no way we're collapsing. Makes it 3-1. It's an absolute disaster, and I don't like it at all. I'm fine. Although I would like to score here, if that's okay. JJ with the corner. Respond straight away, boys. Headed in. Need I say more? That means that Slough Town go through to the semi-final of the playoffs. We've walked that one. Let's be honest. We've absolutely demolished Boreham Wood by 4-1. That early start from Danny Imray, followed up by Hamzad Cargbo, Tommy Wingate just before the break. And despite the consolation goal, which is easy for me to say, Cargbo scored another late on to make it a 4-1 victory. Happy days. Happy days. After the successes against Boreham Wood, you'd be forgiven to think that we'd be going into the next game confident. We shouldn't have gone into the next game confident. We took on Rochdale. Crosses. Oh, and Smythe has scored. Cross it to Poku. Poku. Oh, no. It's a Poku who's done an absolute number on us in this first half. Martin. Game over. Tommy Wingate. Lovely ball to Jaden Raymond. Who's foul? Tipple. Come on. Get the ball. Get the ball, Chrissy. Get the ball. Back to Davenport. Gets the ball to the edge. Dos Santos. That is just ridiculous. Poku keeps coming with it. He's still going. Poku and scores. He's been unplayable today for us. So that ended another playoff campaign unsuccessfully for Slough Town. And I bring you exclusively here from the Y Sports Studios that Season 7 has started a lot better. So we started our season with an away game against Oxford City. Both teams predicted to finish quite low. A former game against Daniel Oyatunde as well, if you remember him. It was an absolute dream debut for Jasper Powell, though, as he stabbed home at the front post from an Andy Stockbridge cross to make it 1-0 after only 7 minutes. A brilliant start for the lad. We then followed that up with a second. Tommy Wingate marauding down the left wing, found Powell, and Cargbo's volley from Copley's cross was a thing of beauty. Into the ground and into a 2-0 lead as Jack Hart in the 70th minute got the ball across to Stockbridge, who hit a nice shot which came off Berry in the Oxford defence to seal the 3-0 victory and the 3 points. What a start to the season. Next up, we took on Altrincham at home and got an early lead through
Let's hear you sing his name.
scoring a header at the front post. We had another corner and another first goal for the club, this time for Michael Stickland, Mickey Sticky, Sticky Mickey, whatever you want to call him. He's our new centre half, and you will be excited when we show you him. It was 2-0, and can you believe it? Another corner, surely not another corner goal, as Dermot Lusala hits the touchline, smashes it in, and Tommy Wingate was only there again to make it 3-0 after 34 minutes. It was an incredible start to the season, it really was. But of course, Altrincham couldn't let us have all the fun and did in the 79th minute peg us back and get a consolation goal. Jake Davis with a good left-footed strike across southward. Disappointed to lose the clean sheet. However, we got our 3-goal deficit restored as Jaden Raymond off the bench put it away to make it 4-1 and seal a second win on the bounce and a really convincing one. The next game saw us travel to Scunthorpe for a really tricky fixture, and it was proven to be tricky as Reece Healy put us behind for the first time this season after only 4 minutes. A really convincing through ball by Twoos. Raymond's ball into the box, however, did create a chance for Slough, and Tommy Wingate was the man to score his 3rd goal of the season to make it 1-1 after only 9 minutes. And then the most controversial point of the season, I've never seen this happen. The play continued, then Carbo booted it out. The advantage wasn't taken, and the man was sent off, and Scunthorpe were down to 10. And in the 49th minute, the referee had more to say. Imre's ball in towards Wingate. He was taken down by Claridge, and a penalty was given. Andy Stockbridge stepped up for Slough, and he put it down the middle, making it 2-1 to Slough, and actually giving the away team all 3 points. A tricky fixture, especially as he only had 10 men. We tried our best, and eventually we got there, 2-1. Next up, we played Eastleigh. After 3 wins from 3, confidence was high as Tyrese Dice was playing in his 200th game for the club. An amazing achievement. As Stickland played the ball over to Imre, could we celebrate that achievement with another win? Cargo played it into Jaden Quasi, Stockbridge played it, and Tyrese got into the box and did what he does so well, getting an assist for Jaden Quasi to tap home. Tyrese was so excited that he decided to kill a man in the 24th minute and get a straight red card to celebrate further. Probably not the only card he'd get on his celebratory day. The substitute who came on for him, Dermot Usala, decided to follow in his footsteps and immediately give away a penalty. Luckily for us, we've got the best goalkeeper in the league, and Alan Hammond stepped up against Lou Southwood, and obviously, safe hand Southwood tipped it wide. Imre then brought it down, crossed it in, which was cleared away initially by Baptiste, but Wingate kept it alive, and Louis Copley made it 2 in the 37th minute. Danny Imre then put across into Lusala, who gave away the penalty, then won a penalty. He shouted to the back and said, "Come on, Luke, it's your turn." Lukey Southwood stepped up, put the keeper the wrong way to have a penalty save and a penalty scored in the same game. Eastleigh did unfortunately break Southwood's heart by getting a couple of goals late on, including the man who missed that penalty. However, it wasn't to be for Eastleigh, and we held on for the 3-2 win. Next up, we played Doncaster away, a bogey team on this save for us, really. And they proved that to be true early on as Paul Williams scored his first goal for Doncaster this season. And at half-time, it was 1-0. So we decided to do 2 of the best substitutions you will see, possibly on FM24, as we brought on 2 Jadens, Quasi and Raymond. First up, a Jaden Raymond corner in the 51st minute was headed home by Michael Stickland, the big man from the back getting his 2nd goal of the season, crashing it off the bar. Cargbo then picked it up, played it into Danny Imre. Jaden Quasi got in behind. Could he get the ball across? He could, and Tommy Wingate smashed it home.
Let's hear you sing his name.
And after 59 minutes, there was another chance. Jaden Raymond again, the artist, and Jaden Quasi, the finisher, as he made it 3-1, a tale of 2 Jadens. Jack Hart then whipped in a ball, and Stickland was there to score his 2nd of the game, 3rd of the season, to make it 4-1 to Slough. It wasn't over. Lusala played it into Jaden Raymond, back to Charlie Robinson. He found Lusala, who knocked a lovely ball over to Jaden Quasi, who played it in to Jaden Raymond. You see in double, it's double Jaden, and it's 5-1. Then we had a beautiful move. Tommy Wingate picked it up, gave it off to Hamza Cargbo, and with only a minute to go, we thought, how can we get more Jaden action here? I just don't know. Doncaster tried to poop on the party as McConnell brought it forward, but Stickland won it back, wanting that hat-trick. Stockbridge played it all the way back to Southwood, the goal scorer and penalty saver. Charlie Robinson, Dermy Lusala played it into Cargbo. Over to Stockbridge now, Tommy Wingate. He's just looking for Jadens at this point. Where are all the Jadens? Wingate skipped past his man, he gave it to Jaden Quasi, who headed it on, and Hamzad Cargbo headed it home. And that finished the game 1-6 after being 1-0 down at half-time. It's truly one of the best second halves I've ever seen, and those two Jadens, the best subs of all time. So there you have it. There's our first 5 games of the season. Couldn't have gone any better. We've truly been fantastic. But now let's properly introduce you to some of the new players we've got. First up, Jasper Powell, a man who does fill one of the Bill Slough exemption slots, coming from Stafford. He came through the ranks at West Ham and has featured in 4 of our games to start the season. Obviously got that goal on his debut. Playing him in the shadow striker role or in the false 9 role, depending on who we're playing against. But a player with fantastic mentals, very, very agile, brilliant first touch. He looks like more of an assister than a scorer, but time will tell. But I'm very excited about Jasper Powell. The next man through the door was a replacement for Chrissy Tipple, who we could not get back on loan. Maybe the end of the story is not there yet for Chrissy Tipple, though. We'll see. Brandon Njoku has come in. He's had 4 appearances off the bench. Not really made much of an impression, if I'm honest with you, at the moment. But there's all the attributes to be a really, really useful backup option. He's quick. He's good at finishing. He's determined. He's got good off the ball. The work rate and strength aren't the best. However, I think Brandon Njoku is a really solid addition. Next up, we brought in Josh Robinson, possibly a rotation option, although he could potentially take Charlie Robinson's place in defence. We'll have to see. More of a ball-playing defender who can also play in defensive midfield and central midfield. At this level, you have to have players who can play in a variety of positions. So Josh Robinson ticks that box and then some. And finally, I do this every summer. There's always one player who stands out to me, and that is Mickey Sticky. What a defender he is. We had quite a few defenders on trial because I felt Zayn Tahir was a weak point in our team. And so I wanted to replace him, and Michael Stickland is that man. He came through at Reading, but he has had a little bit of a career. He's 25 years of age. You'll love this. He played for Boston last year, and he actually got promotion by winning the division. So we've brought in a former champion of this exact division. It's, you know, it's big brain. It's big brain thoughts. In the out column, we've sent 3 players out on loan. Sebi Nygaard goes to his homeland, Kessie Denton goes to Telford, and Dylan O'Day, who's surplus to requirements really now as Southwood here, goes on loan to Great Olympics. I hope it is a Great Olympics this summer. We also had to make a decision on Zayn Tahir. He's one of the players taking a Bill Slough slot up, and so we decided he was the one, rather than Gallagher at left back or Stockbridge in the middle, that we could sacrifice to get in Powell. So Zayn Tahir has gone on loan to Welling. We ended up releasing David Omalabu, and also, not our choice, Mario Isaacs left the club on a free transfer. You might have noticed him in the highlights package. He is playing for Scunthorpe now and did actually play against us in the game. A real shame to see him go, to be honest with you, because I felt like last season especially he had a really, really good year. I'm hoping Jasper Powell can fill the void that he has left, but probably the biggest loss we've had so far in the save, I'd say, through Mario Isaacs. He was determined from the start of the season that he did not want to sign a new contract. I was hoping I'd be able to persuade him, but unfortunately not. So Mario Isaacs now plays for Scunthorpe. And that takes us to Callum Ball 15. So Callum Ball 15 is slightly different. With the change of personnel, bringing in Jasper Powell, I thought we could potentially make a third striker. Now, he is a false 9, so he is supposed to drop into these sort of areas anyway. And we have, on occasion, moved him into here as a shadow striker. But this tends to be the way we start. Outside of that, we've brought in Mickey in the back line, of course, who's had a real impact there. 3 goals amongst the 7.46 rating. We were conceding a lot of goals. We scored absolutely loads, but we conceded a lot of goals as well. So I felt like maybe we were overdoing it going forward. As you can see from our midfield, an attacking Mazzala, an attacking midfielder, and an advanced playmaker. I wanted to move Stockbridge to DLP, but he just doesn't quite have the attributes to do that. So with Imre also going forward a lot, I thought, you know what, let's sacrifice Owen Gallagher. So Owen Gallagher has moved to an inverted fullback, and as it stands, it does seem to be working because he really does fill in that gap. Tyrese Dice, especially after his sending off, which you will have seen in the highlights package, probably not an apt replacement for Gallagher, so maybe a left back is something we need to look at going forward. And I suppose I haven't really mentioned the league table. We're top, we're undefeated, 5 wins from 5, a 13 goal difference. We are having a whale of a time that I fully expect to be broken now because I turned off the game, just to add to the curse of turning off my computer. I've also won Manager of the Month, so it looks like the live com against Fylde today is probably going to be a loss. So here we go, top plays 5th, and it's lovely to say that we are the team in top. But a really tricky home fixture here. Fylde only losing 1 so far this season and winning 3 of their fixtures. So this will certainly be a challenge for us in the early season, but hopefully we've got enough about us. Haddo with the corner here for Fylde. The first chance, and it's cleared off the line by Stockbridge. Blimey, real chance. It does look like Fylde are having the better of it so far. More possession of the ball, which is a bit of a concern. But Danny Imre now has a free kick, which he whips well over the bar. Nothing highlight really, that one. A corner here from JJ, though, whips it in, and Mickey Sticky scores. It's his 4th goal of the season, and he puts us into the lead. I haven't played the music. Is it too late? Let's play it now. Jack Hart with the ball in. Stickland, all 6'3" of him, rose the highest. It's a head past Robson, and we have the lead. Come on! Jack Hart with another corner here to the front post again. It's headed on. Imre brings it back to JJ. Can he get the ball? It is deep towards Cogbo, and it's in! And it's 2-0. I don't know why we suddenly became so good from corners. I'm not sure whether we were doing it over the summer. Perhaps we were. But we've suddenly got much better at them. As Imre kept it alive. Jack Hart whipped the ball to the back post, and then... And it's 2-0. Happy days. Haddo with a free kick here. Just before half-time, can Fylde get themselves back in this game before the whistle is blown? Dodgson takes on Imre down this left-hand side for Fylde. Imre trying to get the tackle in, but can't. Oh, and it is a goal for Fylde. Stephen Douglas puts it past Southwood. Gallagher looked weak on that back post, it must be said. And as we look like we're cruising our way to another victory, Fylde have got a lifeline. What lifeline is it? Phone a friend? Ask the audience. Technically, it's 50-50, isn't it? I've tried to be clever there because, you know, 50, because it's like half the deficit. Does it make sense? I don't know if it does. I thought I was really clever for a second. Cargbo into Charlie Robson, off to Imre. Could we hit them back immediately? Cargbo! Oh, he hits the post. Oh, it's a massive chance for Hamzad. It would have been a really good time to score. But it looks like we'll be going in at half-time at 2-1, not 3-1 up. Let's not be greedy. 2-1 is still a lead. So here we go. No changes from Slough at half-time as Danny Imre now has it on the right-hand side. 46 minutes into the second half. Well, no, 46 minutes into the game. Calm down, Callum. Stockbridge back to Stickland now. Into Stockbridge again. Over to Louis Copley. Gallagher over to Wingate. Can he get that ball into the box? Copley. Gallagher, people queuing in the middle as Gallagher whips a right-footed cross. Imre into Cargbo! There it is! He missed the first one in the first half, but he gets this one. It's 3-1. It's a lovely right-footed cross from Gallagher. Sorry, I was just doing a dance there. Imre, first-time volley. Cargbo takes a touch and strikes it over Robson in the final goal, and it's 3-1 to Slough. Corner here, Gallagher takes it, Cargbo flicks it on, but it's over the bar. A couple of changes made, and Njoku and Quasi coming on in midfield. I think we'll get Imre off as well in a minute, but we do have another set piece here with Owen Gallagher on the right side, chips it to the back post. Charlie Robinson hits the post. Jasper Palpy's off Copley, and it's blocked. We do look so dangerous from set pieces. After the early dominance, it looks like it's been all Slough really here, and with 18 minutes to go and a 2-goal lead, you would hope we are home and dry, but we've all played FM before, and you never know what's going to happen. If your prediction was nothing, you would be correct up to now. 7 minutes of absolutely nothing, but Fylde have now got the ball, gives it out to Haddo. Sounds a bit like a breed of fish, a Haddo. Oh, how do you get on, son? Well, I caught a couple of Haddo. Well done. Jude Boyd. I don't even have a son. Rees, Smith, Pugh, out to Lewis down the left-hand side. Jude Boyd! What a strike by Arkle Jude Boyd. And I remember his hair. Why is his hair not in the match engine? That's what I want to know. But Arkle Jude Boyd, was it? I can't remember his name now. I'm too excited about his hair. It's 3-2. I'm not excited about the scoreline anymore. What a strike that is off the underside of the bar. It's a brilliant volley. Southwood's got no chance. And suddenly I'm a little bit worried. Hold. Come on! We continue our 100% record with a 3-2 win. A little bit of squeaky bum time there, but we got away with it. And A very good win. What a start to the season, by the way. Well, I'd fully convinced myself that when I was doing a live comms that it would suddenly all fall to pieces and and we wouldn't win. But it's 6 wins from 6, which is an incredible start to the season. Dartford are hot on our heels, though. That must be noted. Only drawing one of their games and winning the other 5. What a brilliant start. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been a bit of a mismatch. It showed you highlights from last season. It showed you highlights from the start of the season, our new signings, and a game on its own. What a mouthful of Slough you've had. You must be full to the brim. But I'll see you on the next bit of content, whether it's YouTube or it's the stream. I'll see you there. Goodbye.